Alright, so we're gonna start streaming. I've fixed the, hopefully, I fixed the volume settings. I'm just opening up chat. So that you can hear the vocals and everything a little better. I fixed the volume settings. I'm just opening up chat. And everything a little better. Okay. 1 second. Sorry. Got to see my Twitter real quick. Cool. All right, everything's set. So let's start. All right. Hopefully, let me know if the volume is right. If you can hear me on this, I'll ask a couple other times.
Previously, during the investigation,
Sweet
these
recap.
puppies are making me go to another town in the boondocks again.
I didn't think you'd keep me waiting in the rain for so long.
Welcome to Greenwood. I'm the sheriff, George Woodman. Call me George.
There's definitely something in this town. Do you feel it, Zach? My coffee warned me about it.
I should have come back earlier. This is too wonderful. Okay, so did that already. Let's see here. On the wall. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do, as promised, is try out some suits. I should have done this before when you guys were actually all here, so I could get some thoughts on which suits I should wear. But we'll do it anyway. We'll figure it out. All right, we can shave. Should we shave? What do you guys think? Is there anyone in the chat? Anyone want to chime in? No one's there. Weird time of day. So let's shave anyway. Cool. Fun. I think like one of the most charming parts about this game is that there are these little maintenance tasks in the middle of a murder mystery game. It's a little like if something like I'm trying to think of that game, the Fahrenheit game. The people who made Fahrenheit. I'm trying to think of what that was called. The murder mystery game with them. But it would be like if you sort of had like the origami killer, and you were also oh sweet, thank you, Glenn. I shaved. I can't do anything in here. I'm sorry. It's not that kind of game. But yeah, like if you had sort of the origami killer, and then also you were just able to like putz around and enjoy yourself in various like mundane everyday tasks. And it's kind of cool. Like it's sort of like, I don't want to say it's revolutionary, but it's smart. I mean, it's clearly taking itself less seriously than a lot of games might. All right, so what suit do we like, everyone? Glenn, you seem to be the only one in chat, so you could tell me. We could do this suit, Agent. We could switch to the workaholic suit. Or my personal favorite, the crimson suit. Yeah, I'm really glad to meet you in chat. I wish you were talking. Oh, sweet. So Drift and Glenn are here. All right. Glenn says red. Drift, what do you say? This is fun. I can get like feedback. This will make life a lot easier for me since I can never choose anything in life. Let's see how red looks on us. Oh, cleaning. I can clean my clothes. That's exciting. All right, well, we'll switch to red for now. Why not? And maybe we'll clean my agent suit. All right, cool. Cool. I love stuff like this. I love that, like, you can... They add things like, you know, I don't know. They add things like, well, you have to, you know... change your clothes at some point or wash them, or there's a shower option and stuff like that. It's, I don't know, there's something about that that is endearing in a game that isn't a straight ahead you know, life sim. So let's explore this hotel a little bit. It's enormous, like you do in a hotel. Ooh, let's check the check the weather. It's just like Stardew Valley. Let's steal from people. I like the extremely dramatic music cues. Oh, are there many suits? That's amazing. I really like that. I like that we can start collecting suits. Anyone who wants to give me a heads up on how to get the suits, please. I'm all ears. Let's see what I got here. Ooh, sweet. You get money for observing. I'm never going to have trouble with money. That is like my main sin in video games is doing way too much observing everywhere, as you'll soon see in my fun trip through the hall here. I can always call in for $1, but we just checked in with headquarters. Obviously, we don't need to do that again. I'm assuming some of these doors are open. Let's see, is this door? Yeah, so we'll check inside this room, see if there's anything in here. Yeah, I think that's right. Glenn pointed out that he's never played Deadly Premonition, but had heard it's like Silent Hill, except funny and scary, or yeah, weird and funny as opposed to weird and scary. And that seems true so far. All right, I got crackers. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. I guess there's scary aspects to the game, like just like sort of, you know, the fact that there's a killer on the loose, the fact that it opens with a kind of grisly murder. There's all sorts of those problems. You know, it's kind of terrifying in that regard. But frankly, you know, it's dealt with this kind of tongue-in-cheek angle that is, I don't know, refreshing maybe. Insofar, and you know, Silent Hill's a good comparison because, of course, Silent Hill's a good comparison because, of course, like the horror there isn't over the top either, or it's sort of like self-aware as well. It's self-aware, weird, strange, odd kind of stuff. Chris, no, I did not download the patch. This is the director's cut though, so maybe it already has the patch in there. I'm not sure. What is the patch? All right, I'm just gonna check these doors. God knows I'm gonna need that sweet, sweet food as I roll up on some zombies. Sneak into someone's room. The game even does breaking and entering in a charming way. You know, I'm not actually going to do all these rooms. I think that's deadly boring. I'm sorry for starting us off that way. We'll just jump right into the plot. I'm sure you guys want to see. Okay, I'll look it up. If anyone else has any information on the patch, okay, so I don't have the patch, but maybe I can download the patch for it. I don't assume it would. No, what's the walk through door fast trick? That will really help my obsessive personality in terms of opening doors. Oh, after playing Alan Wake, it's so nice to have a running system that doesn't actually tire you out so fast. Run and open the door at the same time. Wow. Okay, I'm down. It kind of worked there, actually, in a funny way. All right, we're going to try this. This is going to be our try. I think it's best if we sort of all understand that. Hey, there you go. Nice. All right. Sweet. Wow. Okay. No, good stuff. Yeah. No, I think the nice thing about this game, or like maybe the way that we'll understand this game best as a group of people playing it together, is that there's going to be a lot in here that seems fairly lumber mill. Wonder where they got that idea from. Anyway, there's going to be a lot of moments in this game where it's basically like killing time or weird hallway mazes or something like that. I think that's kind of cool. Like, I think it's fine. I think, you know, that's kind of what the game wants us to enjoy or wants us to experience. So we're really getting the game. Oh, sweet. I'll check that out. Menu button. Gotcha. I think that's forget what that is. Well, it's not spacebar. I just pulled out my gun. I probably should holster my gun. Doubt I'm going to come into any sort of serious threat here in the... Yeah, there we go. Alright, so down the hallway here. We'll see what's down here with this flickering light, which I'm fairly sure... This is my room, I think, yeah. I'm fairly sure the flickering light is just a graphics problem. And then we'll go upstairs because if I remember right, this is sort of where I was able to get to my last playthrough of the game. If I remember correctly, oh look, there's this giant saw. I like this thing. If I remember correctly, there's actually like a weird room up here, where one of the characters that we'll meet later shows up. Not that I know who that character is. Oh, upstairs has nothing, so it must be down the hall. Well, we're almost done with the hotel. And then hopefully, before I have to go today, we can try out driving. If not, we'll try out that particular bugaboo tonight. Driving, one of the most exciting aspects of Deadly Premonition, and how broken it is. Yeah, it's a first playthrough in a lot of ways. I started it a while ago. And I got about this far, and then got distracted with other stuff, and you know how it goes with games like this. If you get distracted by other stuff, a lot of times you'll lose any momentum you had, particularly in this game, because the control scheme is so bad that in combat that like it's basically, if you're forced to come back to it, it's extremely intimidating to try and remember it. All right, here we go. This is the weird place. Yeah. So here's a fun area. I don't know what it is yet, but there seems to be like an atrium, a medal. All right, some more money for me. Through here. Oh no. I really like the running and opening door thing. That's a really, really good tip that's going to save us all a lot of trouble and frustration with my playing. Ooh, we can observe the can of pickles. Nice. Pickles. The pickles. It's the Pickles brand pickles. I really like that. I love the sort of like love-hate relationship in this fan base for this game. That it's like everyone loves this game, but also like despises this game. It's wonderful. Oh, but yeah, we're not far at all. We're like this is maybe an hour and change into the game, so it's like nothing. We're well within the early stages. There's been a murder at the beginning, which I mean is just a pretty typical murder. I mean, not obviously there's like a serial killer murder, but typical for a video game. It's like weird and spooky, you know, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, look at this room. This is all sort of interesting. Oh, hey, look, is this the picture that the person was looking at the beginning? No, I don't think so. I think it's just a book. So yeah, someone died. Some kids found her, and now you're in town trying to investigate. You're with the police. So far, I love it too. I think there's like a lot of idiosyncrasies, and the game itself is kind of like produced in a way that is, I don't know, in a lot of ways not effective. You guys could yell at me if I'm missing anything. I don't know. I never actually played it on the Xbox. I hesitate to think it does, because I mean, keyboard mouse probably helps, but excuse me, the shooting mechanics are terrible, because you have to hit all the buttons like control, space, right click, open to shoot, and it's a mess. All right, let's head in and meet one of the strange characters in the town.
Good morning, Mr. Morgan. Your breakfast is ready for you.
Hey, since you guys are in here, can you tell me if the sound and
Mrs.
audio
Polly
is pretty well balanced?
Just
Do you want my
Polly
voice
is
higher
fine.
or my voice
Well,
lower?
Thank you, Polly. I'm starving.
Is everything all right, Mr. Morgan?
Yes, it's delicious, Polly. My compliments to the chef.
I'm hoping my cooking will bring back repeat guests.
Love the
Honestly,
table.
though, it's been a while since anyone has stayed here.
I couldn't help but notice. Aside from you and me, there seems to be no other guests or workers around.
What's that? The salt's in that white shaker there.
Thank you. I was wondering if there were any other guests or workers here.
Oh, no, no one else. My husband and I used to run this place, but he's in heaven now.
You've been working here alone since then. Must be hard by yourself.
Oh my, we're all out of pepper. I'm very sorry.
It must be difficult to run a hotel by yourself.
Well, yes, I suppose.
I'm just gonna let
I
this
could just live on my pension.
play out.
But I have to admit, running a hotel is kind of like a hobby of mine.
That's nice. Polly, it might help to hear you better if you could sit a little closer.
Oh my, Mr. Morgan, you're embarrassing me. So early in the day, too. I think I'm a little too old for you. And I still love my departed husband. May God rest his soul. I appreciate the invitation, but I'm fine over here.
Polly, I can hardly hear you from all the way over there.
You're exaggerating. This is fine. It won't do
The
to be
bit's
all
so
clumped
good.
together with such a large table and cafeteria. We have to make use of all this space. Now tell me, that wound on your face, what happened?
Let's just say I had some trouble during the last case I was working on. I'm sure it'll heal. It's just a flesh wound.
Oh my, well, there's no need to be the tough guy here. I want you to be able to relax here. I've prepared a special room for you. A famous rock star once stayed in the same room, you know.
Really? I feel honored.
If you need anything at all, just let me know. I'll help you out in any way I can.
Zach, the lady is offering to help. Do you want to ask her about the town?
Say, Polly, what can you tell me about this town?
Well, let me see. You might know this already, but the
Lights
town
up.
is called Greenvale. It rains here quite often, but it's a nice place, surrounded with nature. It was a big and prospering lumber town until not so long ago. We used to have a population of over 6,000.
I love how her voice is
Less
just
than a
fading
tenth
into
of
the
them right
background.
now. This hotel was built back then. We saw plenty of guests in those days.
That's why this place is so big for such a small community.
I have so many fond memories from back then. I suppose the clock on the community center is quite famous too.
Clock?
Oh yes, it's lovely. It rings in the morning and at night to let the whole town know the time.
I'm sure
You'll
that'll
hear it
come
many
into it.
times during your stay. It's a beautiful sound. And you'll love it too, I think.
I look forward to hearing it then.
Anything else you'd like to know about?
Tell me about the shops.
Yes, actually, Polly. Could you tell me about the shops?
We'll find out
around
all
here?
the
Shops?
information in this round.
Well, there aren't many. It is a small town, after all. You can do most of your shopping at the Milk Barn convenience store. The couple who run it are a unique pair. I'm sure you'll get to like them. The A&G Diner is a great place to eat. They might be open even if my kitchen is closed. If you want to go to a bar, there are two.
Yes.
The Galaxy of Terror and the Sweary 65. I don't care much for either of them. Bars are for the younger folk. We also have a gas stand, of course, the art gallery, and even a gunsmith. You should be able to find what you need.
Thank you, Polly.
A little personal.
Well, Mr. Morgan, I'd better start cleaning up. You just take it easy. I'll bring your coffee out in a moment.
Thank you, Polly. I have to warn you, though, I am very particular
Wolf
about my
smile.
coffee. The very best you have, please.
I understand. I'll be right back with it.
One of the things I think that this game does that it's a theory I have about this game versus Alan Wake is that Alan Wake kind of doesn't get that the appeal of Twin Peaks is about the characters, not the story. Like it sort of focuses on the story and the writer and the kind of like narrative, whereas I think this game is like much more interested in characters, just like characterization, weird, memorable
Did you
characters.
see that, Zach? Clear as a crisp spring morning. F.K. in the coffee. I knew I could count on it. Never fails.
FK in the coffee, everyone.
Now then, let's get going.
Oh sweet, now I have hunger and oh good. All right, let's collect this metal. I can probably put in a few more minutes here. Like I said, I'm sorry it's a little rushed. The interesting thing is I was applying for a job last night, so it's at least not a total waste of time, but it's taken away from streaming, which actually I've grown to really enjoy. Apparently there's ways to like enable you guys to be able to give me like donations or include ads or something like that, and maybe at some point I'll figure that out. But to the moment, I am clueless as far as that goes. I figured out my fortune for today. It's FK. I love the sort of underrated aspect of this place is how much food there is. It's so funny. Like, just, what does it say? Yeah, like a soup bar, a carving station. Again, like it's so strange. But it plays itself to the hilt, which I can't help but admire. Let's see what we got over here. Alright, we've explored the hotel. Good job, everyone. We've made it through the hotel. I think, like, probably it's weird, but one of my least favorite things in video games is the, like, you have to explore the town moment. That happens a lot in RPGs and everything, where I just get the feeling I have to talk to every single NPC in person around. Maybe that's just because I get the feeling I need to talk to every NPC in person around, and that's kind of not true. Oh yeah, no, I'm not surprised we don't find out who Zach is. It's a lot like Diane in the
Hi.
Twin Peaks episodes with Kyle MacLachlan's character, Dale Cooper. Even though she's ostensibly who he's reporting back to at the FBI and recording in, you never meet Diane. She doesn't really come up, so it's a lot like this. Well, let's see. Do we have anything we want? Let's see. We could buy a fishing rod. You guys want to go fishing? Yeah. Everyone wants to go fishing. Who am I kidding? With this audience, everyone wants to go fishing. We'll get some cheese too, or some bait. Great. Well, that's fantastic that there's actually reasons to do it. I always got annoyed in, people complain a lot about. Oops, I bought some more worms. That's okay. We probably should stop now, though. I get annoyed with, like, people keep complaining about the plot holes in the new Final Fantasy, and to me it's like, I've never played a Final Fantasy that had, like, a decent plot, like a really good, solid, like, important plot, and I feel like half of that's because... Alright. Half of that's because, like, it's not... I'm trying to think of a good way to say this. Like, you talk to people in the town and they have, like, weird opinions on the political scandal that you're dealing with, or, like, the monster or whatever. It's never all that interesting. They can't actually, like, come up with the banality of, like, an everyday town. So, if this game could do that, you know, I'm there for that. Absolutely. Ugh. I gotta tell you, the hotel was like totally something that was weighing on me because I didn't want to go through all those doors again. But now I feel like we can start the game again with a fresh slate. Even try and drive. That'll be the last thing we do.
A police car.
So we have King George to thank for preparing a car for me. A pleasant surprise, eh, Zach? Let's take it for a spin.
Oh, this is going to go really poorly.
I have to tell you, Zach, this place simply amazes me. The keys were left on the front hood, and nobody stole the car. Values. This town has what the country needs. Values.
Let's head over to the sheriff's department.
These, you're actually right. 12 did do community pretty well. I think 12 had the best story out of like many that I've played. And actually I spent a ton of time on 12, so that's not a super huge surprise. I'm excited to try the submissions. From what I hear, you can actually do that without too much impacting the main missions, and apparently they're really, really worth it. So I have to go pretty soon, but I want to try and drive with you guys before I do, and then we'll pick up driving again. So steering is A and D, brakes is S. Okay, so it's basically WASD. F is headlights. Okay, space is side brake. I can change my view. I can talk. That's exciting. Navigation is M instead of N, which is really useful. I can signal right and signal left. Great. Wipers on and off. And of course there's boost and honk. Okay. Oh man. Alright, let's give it a go. This won't go very well. I remember this was actually where I stopped the last time I was playing. Not because I hated driving that much, but because it might be easier if I do it this way. Ugh. Nauseating. Ah! Well, you know, it's not really all that much worse than the driving in Alan Wake, I gotta tell you. Not that that was all that great. So, you know. Oh. Ugh. Backing up, I'm gonna have to change the view. That is impossible to visualize. Okay, alright. We figured it out. Whoa! Alright, I want to see what's by that window, and then I'm going to save, and we
Zach,
will...
is there something here that you want to check out?
We're supposed to go through Anna Graham's file at the sheriff's office, but if you want to act on a hunch, then I'm with you.
Alright, let's peek. Oh, sorry. I thought I got a can of pickles. That's kind of nice that you can just peek in every single window from one stand. Cool. All right, great. Oh yeah, me too. It's like it's absolutely catnip for me. I'm gonna have a really hard time if I feel like I'm at risk of not solving the mystery or something like that, of acting in any other way. Oh man, my car's so far away. Oh, and there's fishing back there. Okay, we're gonna have to. Oh boy. Take that. Oh boy. I'm already so late. I should probably just get to the police station. This is bad. Okay, sneak around here. Oh jeez. Okay. We can go through the hotel, I guess. Maybe. Oh, good God. Well, I guess time doesn't go by that fast. That's good. It's only 10:14 right now, and it was 10:12 like a minute ago. So maybe, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to save right here and stop, I think. Unfortunately, I would love to keep going, actually. But I guess I can't just save, huh? Oh, you have to call in to save. Okay. Well, we did enough that it's probably worth calling in. Especially if I can figure out how. Ah, we're in here. Okay, interesting. Get out of here! Ah! Okay, cool. Yeah, it looks like time doesn't go by too quickly, which is nice. Oh, is that right? Okay, good. Thank you for saying that, because I would have freaked out and panicked. So maybe when I come back, we'll try some fishing. I'm a sucker for side missions. But for now... Save. Alright. Alright, everyone. Well, thank you. I had a blast, as always. And I'll be back tonight, probably. Hopefully, unless I fall asleep. But I don't think I will, because I'm recording something at 9:30, so I'll have time. Yeah, time to play this game with you. So, I will talk to you again tonight, hopefully. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate it. And, yeah,